Hello everyone, this is another Paint with Me session. Welcome to Radula Studio. Here we go. I'm going for a big one here as well, like a 2 pages painting. And since they take a bit too long, maybe this video will come into parts. So here's the first animal. I have this long neck, um, giraffe-like beings in mind. If you're already following the channel, you probably know by now that what I do in these paintings is like start without having a purpose, without having a specific reason. I usually work with random shapes, or like I throw shapes on the paper with my favorite colors, or the colors that I like inspired with from at the moment. And I try to be playful with that and present in the process and see where that gets me. So another long neck, long leg creature. Seems like a meeting point of two elegant giants. I basically improvise with the elements that are on the paper, as you can see. Like this one, or this one. This looks a bit like a creature with ears and things coming out of its mouth. I don't know yet. We will see. Um, but one of the strategies I'm using in these paintings, in this series, is spreading these colors that I'm using in different areas of the paper. And it's always a play of balance. And this balance is what I find interesting. It's always a play of, okay, there's some tension here, I'm gonna put some noise there, I'm gonna intensify this area, I'm gonna loosen that area, or keep it a bit more relaxed in terms of information, of visual information I'm using. And this is a game of composition. Like, how do you compose an image? This is my way of doing it here. So here I'm giving a layer, a very thin, diluted color, just to, and it's a yellow. So I want to have some sort of warmer color qualities in the painting, and that's why I'm using this as a base. Playing with some color variations, like some warmer here and some more yellow there. I'm basically adding some pink in the yellow that I already had before. And I'm using uh, not a very big brush to do that. I think I'm using a 16 there. Here's a big brush, and the difference is the qualities of the stroke. So with a smaller brush, I'm creating some sort of textures from the diluted water, from the diluted color in the water, and I'm gonna use these textures later in the painting. So I'm like improvising again, but adding some possibilities of layers. Meantime, another creature appeared, and that happened while I was painting and the camera was off. But anyway, you can see it there. I follow the same process. Um, and I needed an extra volume on this side of the paper. So that's why it ended up there. composing, right? I'm still adding elements that I don't exactly understand. Okay, maybe this one makes a bit more sense because it's like the creature that is on the bottom with the green ears. But I'm just adding different shapes on the paper. So here to add this extra layer, I'm working on the negative space of the structure that is already there. And that structure looks a bit like a cloud. So I'm taking advantage of the negative space of that cloud to create more cloudy surfaces. And then I try to spread these structures on the rest of the paper when it is not there. Sometimes when the paint dries, um, it offers some sort of structures like these eyes of the creatures, for instance. They're almost um, they almost appear by themselves when the paint dries, and it just enhances them. Was one of my favorite writers says I work half methodically, half magically. And I can totally relate to that, especially in these processes. Some things just appear, and with some things, I'm just methodical, like the way I compose things. And that's what I find fascinating in the process that you have both the possibilities to be playful and to be constructive in a way, or methodical, to work in methodical ways anyway. to define the creature here with through details, like because I'm not sure what it is, but I start seeing an eye, two eyes, maybe a mouth. And I kind of like that it's not super defined. At this point, I think I have enough elements already there. And I mean, in terms of creatures that inhabit this area. Um, so I'm just trying to define their environment, and in order to do that, I just spread colors and variations of the colors that are already there and try to build areas based on that. I'm still playing with very pastel qualities in the colors, like very diluted watercolors. Here I needed something stronger. So I'm working on this orange. And if you see, I'm using like two different um, variations of the same one. Like more, the first one had more red, the second one had more yellow, and I'm playing with those two while they're wet to see what other structures they offer me, or like to have this effect of the watercolor from that the one color moves into the other through water. I'm way too analytical today, and my English are asleep. Is asleep. I hope you know what I mean, though. I love this peach orange. It somehow warms things up. That's why I'm spreading it like to different areas. Like the amount of detail that this one entails. It feels somehow very playful and very moving. It's carries some sort of motion in the sky, and I like this. And but there's so much more to still happen. Here again, I take a bit of advantage of these shapes that the water gave me. Sometimes you can also be disappointed by the definition of shapes. Like this one, it looked like a doll with a mustache. But, I didn't like it, so you can just erase it like that. I move on, I let it dry, and do something else in the meantime. So as this video is coming to an end, I wanted to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit the like button. This is very helpful. On other news, if you want to support the channel, you can head to Patreon. You find a link in the description. There you can have access to the whole Radula project. You can find all the aquarels, full-length videos of the painting sessions, and some digital paintings. Other than that, you can also follow me on Instagram for the rest. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next Friday with a new video.